Well, hello my crafty friends, and welcome to another video by yours truly on my channel. And as you can see in front of you, we're going to be making this card. It's a Z fold card. It's got two layers. So you've got the Bethlehem, obviously it's a Christmas card, and then down in the corner here you've got a little cutaway with Mary and Joseph and the manger below the city of Bethlehem. So I'm going to be showing you how how I've made this and how I've done it and put it all together. Now, to save time, I have actually done a lot of the die cutting. I have done quite a bit of the preparation, like I've cut the mats and layers, I've cut my base card, and I've obviously die cut the Bethlehem bits and the manger and that. It's purely just to save time, because I mean, at the end of the day, we've all got different machines. We all follow our own manufacturers instructions on how to die cut with our own particular machines. So that's why I've die cut all the bits that I've done, and done these bits here as well. It's just purely to save time. I just wanted to show you how I've done this and how I've put it all together. So without further ado, by the way, all of this is done with Crafters Companions products. So everything I've used Crafters Companion, and I will show you the products that I've used. So I will put this to one side. I will get the products out for you that I've used. So I have used, this is the Bethlehem collection. I think this came out last year. So from this collection, I have used the two Bethlehem city scenes, which you can see here. And I've also used the manger and Mary and Joseph. So so I've already die cut those, as I've said, which are here. So there it is, and there we have Mary and Joseph with the manger. So that's that bit done. So, and then I've used, obviously, as I've just said, I've used the Bethlehem city scenes to create my Z fold part. Now, the other part that I've used is from Crafters Companion Inspiration magazine, and this is issue 3, which came out earlier in the year. And I've used some of the papers that came with it, and also excuse me, which I will walk you through and tell you how I did it. I've used just this part of the die. I've just used that bit. So as I go through this card, I will show you how I did various bits. So let's do some measurements, give you some measurements first. So let's bring all my bits and pieces in, which I've already, as I said, already done and cut and die cut and everything else in between. So let's give you some measurements, and let's then put these to one side, bring in the base card. Now for the base card, I have used craft card, obviously brown, and I've cut it to, it was an A4 sheet of card, so I have cut it 5 3/4. And the score marks I will give you, these are a bit awkward, so I will show you. The first score mark is roughly 7.5 centimeters, so that's your first one. And then in the middle it's well, if you look up here, if I hold it in place, because there it's, I don't know if you can see, it's like the 2 marks before the 6-inch. So what's that, 1/16 to 7/16? Oh, I don't know. So you've got the 3/4, and then it's the next long mark after that. So it's roughly about, it's almost 15 centimeters. So your score mark is 15 centimeters. So that's why I swap between the inches and the centimeters, because I just do whatever's easiest. So that's your score marks, 15 centimeters. And then that one is, well, roughly 7.5 centimeters, or about just below the 3 inches, or 7.5 centimeters. Okay, so that's your base card. So that's that. Let's put that to one side, and let's put this to one side. Now, your mats and layers, obviously you're going to need 2 and a 1. So let's deal with these first. And these are, your gold layer is 2 3/4 by 5.5. So 2 3/4 by 5.5. And then your pattern paper will be, sorry, that is 2, I did say 2 3/4, and then your pattern paper will be 2.5 by obviously 5.25 by 5.25. So let me just go through that again. So your gold layer is 2 3/4 by 5.5. Your pattern paper will be 2.5 by 5.25. Cool. Right, okay, and you need 2 of those, so hence why I've got 2 of those. Now your square pattern paper, your square gold layer is 14 centimeters by 14 centimeters, or 5.5 by 5.5. And then your pattern paper is 13 by 13, or 5.25 by 5.25. So you're just basically going down 1/4 of an inch all the time. Okay, so that's those. So let's get those attached to our card and move the inks out of the way, which I will come to shortly. And let's just do some mat and layering and get these down onto our card base. So starting with one of the oh, that's a bit grubby. Let's start with let's get this out. This is the Cactus Companion snail. Don't forget to give it a little gentle twist at the end when you come to the end, just like that, and then that can go down onto your card base, and as you can see, it fits nice and perfectly, which is exactly what we want. And then do the same for the second bit, for the second one. Give it a slight flick at the end, and if you have got pattern paper, just make sure that you have got the wording up the right way, which is obviously what I'm trying to do here. And also I've cut it, as you can see, not that you're going to see a lot of this because it's going to be covered, but you know, I've married them up more or less so it continues to read. And then our final bit for the square of the gold layer, and obviously if you've got gold mirror card, gold pattern paper, obviously anything like that will go and is suitable for this. And also, if you like what I'm doing and if you have time, please subscribe below. Hit the subscribe button so you'll get future notifications of when I upload and do another video. And also, if you copy and paste onto your own various groups on Facebook and just share my videos if you like them. I mean, if you could do that, that would be absolutely awesome. Right, with these, I'm going to make sure they are up the right way and the way I want them. Yes. So, yes. Because I've got a bit of the city in the background there, and I don't mind. So, I mean, you could have it because it'd be poking through, so it'd be like in the distance. So that's something you could think about when you come to do yours. it'll just give it a bit more depth to your project. And again, just be very careful when you go over the tape runner with this, because it is paper. It's kind of a thick paper, so just be gentle and careful. And then we just place that down, give that a smooth over, and then we put our second one in, and again just go over with the tape runner, gently does it. Just take your time. I mean, there's no rush. A bit down the middle if you so desire. And then we put this on. Just eyeballing up, so you've got a straight line going along there. So, and then just down it goes. That's the second piece in place. And then our third piece. Let's do it on there. Down it goes with the tape runner. Again, just be careful. Just take your time. There's no rush. And then that can also go down, and decide which way you want it. I think I like it that way. And then that will go down just like that, and then we have it. And there's our 3 matte layers done on our card. So we could put that to one side. We're going to bring in our, and I will explain how I've done these. So let me get the dies that I've used back. And it's from this one, which is, as I say, the Bethlehem collection, and inside you have quite a number of dies. So I've used this one for the top part. I think, nope, I tell a lie, that one. No, sorry, I'm confusing myself. Right, I was right. So this one, the big one is for the top part. So, and so that was, and you just feed it through. So once you've die cut that bit, just slide it along, and where it marries up, and then put that through, and then your last bit there. So, and I used an A4 die cutting machine to do that, so it does make it easier. So that's how I did that one. And then exactly the same for the bottom part. So again, you just follow it through. Actually, that's better to get it out the right way. So that's how you do that, and that, and that. So and then just feed that the way through. Now this bit here, that came from, in your magazine you will get this bit, which is like the arch, and I've only die cut a portion of it. I kind of eyeballed how far up I wanted to go. So once I've taped it, tape it from onto the middle if you can, because that's obviously going to be waste, and then run that through, and then that's how I got the opening for my manger to see through and into the manger. So okay, so once you've done all that, we can now do a little bit of colouring, and I will put these away. So let me just explain once more how I did this. So through your die cutting machine, you go through like that, cut that, and then do it again. Just bring it down, off you go again, and then the third time, and off you go all the way along the top. And to give you some measurements there, the actual card is roughly about 4 inches in width. Okay, so, and then this one is roughly what, 2¼ yeah, I mean, you could get away with probably 2.5 inches, which in modern money is like 6 centimeters. And this one, the main one, 10 centimeters. Yeah, about 10 centimeters. So that's the measurements for those two. So let's deal with the first one, which is going to be the one at the back, as it were. And let's put our dies away. So we've finished with these. We've done all our die cutting of our little town of Bethlehem. So we can put those away, store them back into there, and let's do some inking. So I'm just going to grab my there we go, my non-stick craft mat, and I'm going to go in with now you need to be gentle with this. I'm going to go in with actually fire brown, because that's quite of a nice brown. And I'm just going to go around the edges of the, I just want to highlight a bit of the buildings at the top, just to give them a bit of definition. And I'm just taking off the excess Didn't have to do the trees as such, but just the top of the buildings, just to give them a little bit of definition. And then just along like that. And we could put that one to one side, and we bring in our shorter piece. And again, just gently along the top of the buildings, just to give them a little bit of definition. And just be careful, because some of these dies, some of these little bits are quite delicate. So just be careful as you go along. Yeah, I think that would do it. So cool. So we've highlighted our buildings with fire brown, so we can put that to one side. That I will wash later, so I'll rinse that off in cold water, clean that. And now we can attach our, this is back to the main one with the die cut arch in it. So this will go down first. So this will go down like so. And now it will fold over like that. So we just need a little bit of double-sided. You can use glue if you so desire. Let's get rid of this, because that's a bit grubby now. It's got, no doubt will have some ink on it, so let's give that a gentle, quick clean. Like that. Because we don't want to, see how much come off? That's why it's always good, because if you just put that away and forget about it, you'll come back and a couple of days later and think, oh, where's that brown ink come from? That's why. So always good to clean up. Right, so we're going to attach this to our card. So a little bit of, as I say, you can use, if you so desire, glue if you want to. which is absolutely fine. I'm just going to cut that little bit of excess tape off. So I'm just going to cut that, and then we're going to put another piece down the side like that. And then get rid of that. And then just go over with your bone folder just to give that a really good then take off the carrier tape, and if you've got a bit, just gently just pull it over and it'll be fine. So, and I've got no showing on that side, so you can see I've got no sticky tape hardly showing now on that. And then we just put this down like that, and then we stretch it over to the other side, and then we take off our carrier tape from that side, and then we gently line this up like so, and there we have the makings. And make sure everything's, so there you go, there's the makings of our card already. So it's taking shape, it's looking good, pleased with that. Right, with this one, right, we obviously don't want anything covering up our, so what I suggest we do is I'm going to eyeball this, and I'm not I don't care if it's slightly short, so by eyeball I can cut down the middle there, so that would be my first one. So let's just double check before we cut anything. Yes, I can get away with that. So we can slot that, stick that in, and just be careful of the yeah, so I can, and you can have it up a little bit, you can do whatever you want with this. So it's just to give the fact that, you know, we are kind of making a little city here. So do a bit of double-sided along the bottom, and then we can get a little bit of glue going on this, just to, and we don't need massive amount, just to hold these trees and buildings, or the slightly flimsier parts of the die. You just want them completely stuck down so they're not flapping or you don't catch them. So that would do for that. Let's put that to one side, and then we take off our tape, and then we can attach that to our card. You can line it up at the bottom. There we go. That's our first bit done. That's our first little bit of the city done. And then we come along to the second one. And again, we just eyeball it. And I think I can get away with, I'm just going to get my bigger scissors. I'm just going to trim that bit off down there. And then we can cut down there, and then we can put that in like that. So that will be our second layer, our second part of the city. So we need our double-sided just to go along the bottom, just a little bit like that. Get our glue, again, just to just around the buildings, just to make sure they stay flat and in contact with the card. That's all we need. Just a little bit of glue along there, and that will suffice for that. And then we can put this in position. Again, I'm going to line it up at the bottom, give that a firm press down, and then we come to our little bit at the end. So I'm just going to eyeball this, so I'm just going to cut that little bit off, trim that down, and then that possibly get away with going down just like that. And I'm just going to double check that I will, yeah, that'd be absolutely fine. I can live with that. And I'm just going to grab my door, because I've just missed that top of the building, so just give that a little, because there's still some ink on there, as you can see, enough to do that. So we can attach a piece of tape down to the bottom, and then I will attach this, and then just go in with a bit more of the glue, just to make sure that these flimsy bits of the die, especially the trees, can stay where we want them to stay. So just a little bit of glue, and that should be enough. And give that a little wipe. Then we can put that away, and then we just take off our tape down there, and we just again line this up very carefully at the bottom. And there we have our double row of houses in our Bethlehem scene. So, and that's how you do that. Now, I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to show you how I did it, because I will do this once I've done the video, because it will take quite a while to dry. So all I did now is to get some stickles. So I've got here yellow, and I just went through the windows with the stickles, and that is just to give it a bit of a highlight. And you can also, if you so desire, if you've got them, let me just grab them. I think, yes, you can, if you want to. You've got the Spectrum Noir sparkle pens, and there's conveniently a yellow. So so you've got a yellow, so you can put the sparkle pen in windows if you so desire. So you've got that option as well. So all we need to do now is put our manger in. So we put them down there like that. What you can also do, or what I have done as well, put that back, because we we don't need that, is, if I can find and get it, gilding wax, and this is Empire Gold. So you just need a tiny little bit of gold on the edge of your manger and Mary and Joseph. You don't need, actually, you could do, if you've got a gold marker pen, again, you can go around with that as well, and you just need the tiniest amount, and we're just going to just gently edge, see, like that. I don't know if you can see that. That's all you need. You don't need anything more than that. Of course, if you so desire as well, the other option is die cut this in gold and do a drop shadow. So you have that option as well. So of course you can perfectly well do that. I'm just going to put that down to one side, and then do the edge of Mary and Joseph. You're not going to get all into the but you're going to get enough. So clean your hands, because obviously I've just got little bits, and then clean this off. Such a messy crafter, but hey ho. Yeah, this is just an ordinary acrylic block that I've used for stamping. Top back on the gilding wax, make sure it's on properly, go back up there, and then we can attach, do the manger first. So get a bit of the glue, just get some glue going over this, and then the little narrow bits. And then we can put that in place. So now we have our manger in place, and then all we need is just to attach Mary and Joseph. So again, a little bit of glue, just hold that down firmly. Let's put a just for a few seconds, just while that glue is setting. We can put this away. And then we can tidy up this, and then we have put that away now, because we don't need that, we don't need that. And there you have your Z-fold Bethlehem card. And there's the, so all the only difference is with the original one is that obviously I've put in the windows, decorated the windows, but if you like it like that, leave it like that. But if you want to put glitter or stickles in the windows just to emphasize it is a separate, bit more, then that's fine also. So there you go. I hope you have liked that card, and I hope you like it. And to the extent that, please subscribe below. Thank you for your company, and hopefully I will see you on the next video. And please don't forget to subscribe and copy and paste onto your own Facebook groups or any other groups that you belong to, especially if you like what you've seen. And thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Goodbye.